Hey, it's me, Amanda G, proud owner of Gojo Auto here in Denver, Colorado. And this is my podcast, The Possibility Playbook. Thank you for tuning in. So, for years, I was told, you have so much potential, so much possibility. You could do so much more. You could be so much more. And those words haunted me for ages until I found my purpose and I started living in possibility. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to go on a journey where everything is possible. All right. So today's episode is going to be, what did I have? Oh, ugh, fast success. This is a business thing. This is going to be a business topic. Fast success and the ugliness of fast success. So when I first started Gojo Auto in 2019, January 1st, 2019, I started with 5 cars and a $10,000 loan from my GG. 510. Okay, that's not nothing. I'm going to say it again. That's not nothing. I had a $50,000 line of credit that I applied for to purchase cars. That got me 5 cars and a $10,000 loan from my GG. Within 3 years, okay, 3 years, check this out. Within 3 years, I had a $1.5 million line of credit. I had 100 plus cars and about 20 employees. I was doing $1 million to a month in business. I had never owned a business before. I didn't come from an entrepreneurial background. All I knew how to do was sell cars. I was a natural leader, but I wasn't a polished leader. And we were making so much money, I didn't see the holes. I didn't realize how much money we were actually bleeding. So let me take it from the top. If you're starting a business, the one thing you need to know is your financial statement. Period. You need to know your expenses. You need to know how much is your marketing going to cost? How much should your marketing cost? Okay, because if people don't know about you and don't know about your business, you don't have a business, you have a hustle. You will hear me say that a lot because there is a difference. You need to know how much your marketing is going to cost and how much it should cost. Like for us, in order to sell in the car world, it cost X amount of marketing dollars to sell each car. So let's say you're expecting to sell 50 cars, but you're only budgeting to market for 10. You're already out of whack, okay? And you're setting yourself up for failure. What should your payroll be? Specifically, sales department, administration department, supervisor compensation, and personal, right? This is my only form of income. So my owner distribution needs to be taken into consideration with payroll. Okay, how much do I need to make? Okay, and then again, admin, sales, all your different departments. If you have different departments, if you only have one department, you need to know what is the percentage that you should be paying out to your sales gross. What's the difference between gross and gross revenue and profit? Ooh, honey. When I tell you I had to learn that the hard way, because I'm like, I'm doing 1.2 million in business, but that's not profit. That wasn't profit. That was gross revenue, which when you're selling cars, that number is very high because cars are expensive. What else is on my statement? Okay, outside services. I use a lot of different vendors. Okay, how much are your outside services, your software, your printers, your ink, your supplies? Let me go down the list. Reconditioning, how much is it going to take to bring your goods into the market? Okay, for me, I got to think about transportation, reconditioning, servicing, detailing, tires, etc. What are little nuances? Pins, water, cups, popcorn. Okay, so you need to know your financial statement like the back of your hand. That's what separates you from being a salesperson, because every business person is a salesperson because you have to sell your product. You got to sell your business. What separates you from being a salesperson to a business person? Okay, so it took me years. I'm in year 8 now, and I am still learning. I don't have it all figured out. To know my numbers, to know my numbers. And I will tell you, fast success was one of the most devastating business lessons I could have learned because I thought I had it all figured out. I could do no wrong. I was getting written up in automotive news as, one of the only independents that have ever been written up. I was getting every award you can think of. My bank account was telling a story of success, all right, because the money was coming in as fast as it was going out, but it was always spinning, right? It was always there. And then came the great crash of post COVID. And I had to get smart. I had to get savvy. I had to become a business person. And it was one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn. So I urge you and encourage you to know a financial statement. If you're starting a business, if you are in business, get to know your numbers. And I mean intimately. I mean intimately. I speak now, I speak in percentages. I'm like, that's 2% too high, or that's, oh, we're 4% lower. Like I am a whiz at a financial statement. You cannot take that away from me. I have studied, I have learned the way of the numbers, but it took time, and it took a want to, because I want to be a good businesswoman. I don't just want to be the face of Gojo. I don't just want to be, a local celebrity. I want to be a good business woman. I want to be a good leader. I want to be an impact, a healthy, positive impact in community. When I talk to other young women about business, I want to know what the hell I'm talking about and not just be a pretender. So I had to learn my financial statement, because that is the essence of business. And I can say a thing or two about all these consultants and all these people out here who have never ran a business, never known anything about a business, but are teaching other people how to do it. I've got words about that, but I'm not going to do that. This is about me and my experience. Learn your financial statement. I started using QuickBooks, but that wasn't good for me. I now use CDK, which is a specialized dealership platform. I have a controller, an internal controller, who monitors and manages, but I monitor and manage both of them because I trust, but I verify. So I have weekly meetings with my controller, and we go over the numbers, we go over titles, we go over heat, we go over everything, so that I can stay in lockstep with the heart of my business, which is the money, honey. If you're not making money, or you're not monitoring your money, you're not focused on business. You're focused on ego. And those two don't mix. Those two don't mix. So know your financial statement. If you have any questions for me, I am happy to answer them. Drop me a message. You can email me at amanda@gojoauto.com. Like, share, subscribe, all of the things. And I will meet you next time on the Possibility Playbook, where everything is possible.